everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to the Spirits episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Charles, and I am your host. And before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the episode, hit that like button to give us a big thumbs up. And I'm going to thank you all in advance. So, over the next 4 episodes, we are going to be doing a Spirits portfolio tasting extravaganza. We're going to be focusing on 1 distillery and 4 of the illustrious libations that they create. Now, the lucky distillery is ELIJAH CRAIG, and they are located in Bardstown, Kentucky, and they are owned by Heaven Hill. So, I'm going to jump right in because we have a lot of ground to cover. But first off, who is ELIJAH CRAIG? Well, ELIJAH CRAIG is sometimes credited as the father of bourbon. So way back in the 1700s, ELIJAH CRAIG was a Baptist minister. However, he was also an industrialist, and he opened his first distillery in 1789. Now, ELIJAH CRAIG is also sometimes credited as being the first distiller to age his whiskeys in charred oak barrels, although that cannot be proven, so I'm not too sure on that one. But there you have it. In a nutshell, that's who ELIJAH CRAIG was. Now, what are we tasting on this episode? Well, we're going to be tasting and reviewing their flagship bourbon. So, this is ELIJAH CRAIG's small batch bourbon. So, this bourbon clocks in at 47% ABV, and it gives it a proof of 94. So, here we go. Let's have some fun. Let's pop the top on this one, and let's listen for the bottle boom. Here we go. Oh, the bottle pop. There we go. Well, what can you do? But let's get a nice little pour. And as I always say with spirits, you don't need much. Just a little dabble do ya. Work that one back up. There we go. Okay, alrighty. The small batch bourbon. Color-wise, what do we got? Ooh, that is a nice... It's a darker shade of copper. We got some legs on the glass. But yeah, that definitely has some nice color going on there. So let's give it a swirl, swirl, swirl. And let's give it a nose. Here we go. Nose number 1 on the ELIJAH CRAIG Small Batch Bourbon. Okay, well, straight out of the gate, at 94 proof, we have a little bit of heat. Absolutely. But we are also getting some oaky notes, and a little bit of vanilla, and swirl, swirl, swirl. A little bit of dried fruit, and you know what? I'm going to give it 1 more, or maybe 2 more quick noses. Slight spice, and it's rounded out, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and just a hint of mint. Hint of mint. Absolutely. Okay, well, here we go. I'm swirling and swirling and swirling, so we're ready. Ha-ha, after all that, we're ready. So I'm going to raise my little glass, and I'm going to prost to ELIJAH CRAIG and their small batch bourbon. Here we go. Sip number 1. 94 proof, baby. It's got a little heat. It's warming my chest all the way down. Oh, yeah. Just ooh, feel that one in my chest. Oh, yeah. But what do we have flavor-wise? Well, I'm going to take another sip and tell you. So outside of the heat, we are getting a little bit of oak and some slight spice, not too much. A little bit of spice. And swirl, swirl, swirl. A little bit of marzipan. And 1 more. Well, maybe 2 more, but let's start with 1. A little bit of nutmeg. And... yeah, and that's about it. Maybe a slight hint of vanilla, but not too much. I mean, overall, this is an easy drinking bourbon. Even at 94 proof, yes, you are getting some heat, I'm not going to lie, but it's still drinking really easy. I mean, this is a well-rounded small batch bourbon. It's got some nice balance on the nose. Yeah, nice balance flavor-wise. Now, like I said, the heat is there. You know, it is kind of covering some of the flavors, but overall, it's not terrible, and it is easy drinking. Now, what would I give this on the meter? Well, I'm going to give it one more sip while I think about it. I'm going to give this bourbon a 7. Absolutely. This is a great everyday bourbon. Easy drinking, even at 94 proof. Goes down really smooth, and it warms up your chest. Oh, so with that, I'm going to take one more quick sip. Now, on the next episode, we're going to be tasting an offshoot of the small batch bourbon. This is the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. So I invite everyone to come back for that episode. And with that, I'm going to take one more quick sip. And I want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode. And as always, you can follow me at the websites, which are www.pubsipapinting.com, or the blog, which is www.pubsipapinting.blogspot.com. And with that, we'll see you on the next episode. So raise that little glass. Cheers, PROST, and enjoy.